Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today is Monday, June 2nd, 2025. We've gathered quite a range of sources covering today's major news and events. And our goal, really, for the next few minutes is just to unpack the key stuff, the surprising facts, help you get a quick handle on what's important.
Yeah, it's certainly a mixed bag today, isn't it? A real snapshot of the world on June 2nd. We'll guide you through it.
Okay, let's get into it. Starting with some, quite serious news. It sort of crosses politics and immigration. This really disturbing incident in Boulder, Colorado. A man's charged with murder. Seems he used an improvised flamethrower during a pro-Israel rally.
Just awful. And the sources really highlight how tragic this was. The victims were elderly, 67 to 88, 8 injured, 1 still critical. The FBI is involved, looking at potential terrorism, maybe a hate crime. That tells you how serious they're taking it.
And then there's this other layer. Some reports, citing a former official, claim the suspect was an undocumented immigrant, apparently came in on a tourist visa, then got a work permit, which, obviously feeds right into the whole immigration debate.
Absolutely. Ties right in. And related to that, another story getting attention from Milford, Massachusetts. An 18-year-old high school student detained by ICE, literally on his way to sports practice.
Wow.
Yeah, sparked protests. The governor's asking ICE for, explanations. Puts a very human face on these policy talks.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, let's shift gears completely. The economy. And the headlines here are, not exactly upbeat. The U.S. economy actually contracted 0.2% in the first quarter.
Yeah, 0.2%. That's the first drop in 3 years.
So what does that signal?
Well, it's significant. Could mean some headwinds are coming. One source mentioned maybe higher imports tied to companies trying to get ahead of potential tariffs.
Yeah.
But still, a contraction combined with other things. It does raise questions about where things are headed.
And you can feel the impact, right? As a consumer, we're seeing reports of price increases that are pretty noticeable. Some products, like at Walmart, apparently up by as much as 45%. That's quite a jump.
45%, yeah. That's substantial.
Plus, adding to the uncertainty, nearly 160 companies have already announced layoffs for June. It creates a cautious mood, I think.
It does. Okay, so moving from the economy, let's talk tech. The world of technology. The AI competition is just, incredibly intense right now.
Yeah, and this is where it gets really interesting, I think. AI isn't just some lab concept anymore, is it? Global players are pushing hard. It's integrating into daily life, like Google, right? Putting AI on phones, chatbot features in search.
Exactly. And that big push means massive demand for tech specialists, people who can actually build and manage this stuff.
Right, like cybersecurity folks, network infrastructure.
Precisely. Companies are scrambling to build the foundations for this, AI future.
Okay, let's blast off from tech into science. Some cool space news. This fascinating astronomical discovery. An exoplanet, 125 WB, orbiting 2 suns.
Right, 2 suns. And get this, it orbits at a really unusual angle, like 90 degrees, perpendicular.
Wow, 90 degrees, that's odd.
It is. It kind of challenges some ideas about how planetary systems usually form. And a bit closer to home. New stuff from the Webb telescope about Jupiter's moon, Europa.
Ah, Europa, the icy one.
That's the one. It suggests its ice shell is more dynamic, more active than we thought, which, might strongly hint.
At that hidden ocean underneath.
Exactly. That hidden ocean scientists have been theorizing about. Very exciting.
Okay, bringing it back down to earth now. Healthcare, medicine. Facing some really tough challenges. The American Hospital Association put out a, frankly, striking statistic. $18.3 billion.
Billion, with a B.
Billion spent in 2023 just managing violent incidents in hospitals.
$18.3 billion. That figure is just staggering. It really highlights a critical safety issue for staff, for patients, everyone.
It really does. On a slightly more positive note, though, HHS has outlined a plan, trying to tackle drug shortages, strengthen supply chains.
Which is vital, right?
Yes.
Ensuring patients can actually get the medications they need.
Definitely crucial. Okay, quick pivot to sports now. Weekend highlights, F1, big moment for McLaren. Spanish Grand Prix.
Oh, yeah. A 1-2 finish. Piastri first, Norris second. Huge for them.
And Verstappen had a tougher time, finished 10th after a penalty.
Right. And in international football, huge news. Paris Saint-Germain, PSG, won their first ever Champions League title.
Dominant win, too. 5-0 over Inter Milan, and that secured a treble for them.
Yeah, the treble. 3 major trophies. Incredible season for PSG.
Also, CONCACAF Champions Cup. Cruz Azul beat Vancouver Whitecaps 5-0. Another big scoreline.
Lots of goals this weekend.
And the NBA. Finals matchup is set.
Yep. Indiana Pacers, they fought hard, beat the Knicks 4-2.
So now it's Pacers versus Oklahoma City Thunder. Starts June 5th.
That should be a great series. Lots of major championships wrapping up or just getting started.
Okay, finally. Let's end with a story that is just, well, truly out of the ordinary. Culture and society file, maybe. Get this. A massive bee escape in Washington state. A truck carrying hives overturned.
Oh, wow. How many bees are we talking?
The estimate, 14 million bees released.
14 million. That's unbelievable. What a scene that must have been.
Right. Required huge efforts from local beekeepers trying to recover the swarms. Just a unique kind of
It is a
emergency.
unique challenge for sure.
So yeah, looking back at everything we just raced through, that serious incident in Colorado, immigration news, the economy shifting,
Cosmic discoveries, healthcare costs, those big sports results.
and 14 million escaped bees. It's quite a range, a lot to process from just one day.
It really is. Each headline feels kind of separate, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But they all add up to this complex picture of the world right now.
Exactly. So maybe something to think about is, what does this incredibly diverse mix of events tell us about the state of things today? And, how might some of these seemingly unconnected headlines actually link up in ways we haven't quite seen yet? Until next time.